It's Tuesday, August 19th, and welcome to Variant Edition, your source of comic book news and culture. We had a bit of a setback last week and didn't get the episode out until Monday, just about a week late, but we'll be sure to get this episode out on time. And if we do, that'll mean Variant Edition for 2 days in a row. But let's focus on this week's episode. It's Tuesday, so that means it's time to prepare yourself for a quick dose of comic knowledge that you'll need before stepping into your comic shop on Wednesday. Up first, it's the rundown with what you can expect to find in shops this week. After, I'll be back with our pick of the week. Our pick of the week sees the return of Amazing Spider-Man to the must-buy column. Let's face it, after the controversial One More Day storyline, there's quite a few of you out there that lost interest in Spider-Man. Well, if you've stopped reading Amazing during or before Brand New Day, now is the time to come back. This is more like the Spider-Man that I'm used to. Writer Dan Slott ratchets up the action a bit, and we see Peter Parker and Spider-Man have to deal with some difficult situations. Plus, it just feels natural to see John Romita Jr. drawing Spidey again. But to be honest, most of you will want to pick it up because this issue marks the beginning of the New Ways to Die story, featuring the return of Eddie Brock, Venom, and eventually a new symbiote. I'll admit I haven't been blown away by Amazing Spider-Man lately, but it looks like this is the start of something good. Amazing Spider-Man just went back to the top of my list.
Hi, I'm Nick, and here are your headlines for Tuesday, August 19th, 2008. We've got another quick one this week. Up first, we continue our seemingly never-ending Dark Knight box office domination story. For the first week since its release, The Dark Knight fell from the top spot. Tropic Thunder takes that spot with $26 million, but The Dark Knight turned in an impressive $16.8 million, putting its domestic total to $471 million. Star Wars The Clone Wars also opened this weekend, but at about $1 million behind The Dark Knight. So if you're keeping score, this weekend Batman managed to outpace Star Wars twice, beating The Clone Wars and becoming the second highest grossing domestic film, behind none other than Titanic. So again we ask, when are they going to announce the sequel? The other big news that we're going to mention this week is related to Robert Kirkman and Image Comics. Last week, Kirkman released a video editorial to Comic Book Resources explaining why he left Marvel Comics and extolling the virtues of creator-owned comics. Given his new status as an Image partner, his statement should take no one by surprise, but he quite adamantly expressed his opinions that creators should be careful to not split their time between work for hire and creator-owned work.
The way that the comic industry should work is that you start out in low-selling creator-owned stuff that you do on your own, or low-selling books that you eventually graduate up to Marvel from doing, or DC, and you work your way up through that. And when you hit a certain level where you can sell a book on your own, you leave. But younger kids don't care about the creators. And appealing to kids is what Marvel and DC should be doing. Dark Horse and Image should be appealing to the fan men, and I hate that term. The more people that do creator-owned work, the easier it'll be to sell creator-owned work. I'm one guy, I'm out there, I'm doing it, I'm making a living, I'm making a good living. And if there were 2 of me, we'd be selling better. And if there were 6 of me, we'd be selling huge. And if there were 20 of me, fans would come.
There has been some response to this statement, but we're guessing that he's taking the extreme position to highlight how important it is for creators to work on properties that they own and can exploit, rather than spending all of their time making money for someone else. We'll keep you up with this story as it develops. Alright, that's it for this week's abbreviated news. The only other news to report is that Mark Millar's Kick-Ass is moving forward, with director Matthew Vaughn reporting that he has secured independent financing, as the major studios are leery of the violent subject matter. They've also cast 2 of the major roles, and Comic Foundry has confirmed that Christopher Mintz-Plasse will be playing Red Mist, the son of a mobster. McLovin in a superhero movie. It's definitely going to be an interesting year at the movies next year. I'll be back next week with a more regular-sized news, but up next, it's some first looks at comics set to ship this week.
So it's me and Lewis here at Variant Edition, and both of us are on camera, so that means this week we're discussing the difference between Obama and McCain. No, it means we're talking comics and we're talking previews.
I actually have some good opinions.
No, I don't care. Okay. We're not political. Anyway, X Factor. This is a prime example of how much I hate time travel.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't read the last one, and I picked up this one, and there's this chick standing in front of a gate in a mutant confinement, area.
Center.
And there's guards, and we're like, what's she gonna do? And no one knows, and turns out that it's Layla Miller with a shaved head. Okay, she's traveled to the future, and Cyclops is a cyborg. He has a daughter named Ruby, and it's gonna be all-out rebellion because Layla Miller pushed everything forward.
She pushed it forward.
I hate time. As she sped the process up. There was something that was going to happen that I'm not going to talk about, but there's something that was going to happen, and because of actions that she took, she sped the entire process up. She's messing with the future now.
I thought last time she got stuck in the Messiah Complex future, that's where I remember where she was.
Well, I don't
they
know
left
where
her,
she is.
She volunteered to stay in the future.
Well, something's going on now because she jumped into Forge's time machine again.
What? How many time machines?
I know. It's exactly. He's like me. Everything's a time machine. I got 5 of them at home.
Was Michael J. Fox in this issue?
I'm actually Mike from 2 weeks from now.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's because...
Anyway, so we both took a look at Captain America.
Yes, Captain America. Goodies, goodies, goodies. I think the best part about this book is if you look at the cover, it got every theme of what a man could want in a book, let alone a comic book. Sex from the Black Widow on the side. Pimp-ass hardcore man with a cool uniform on the front. More sex with a chick and the gun in the back. Evil robot man off to the side in the robot man pose. And fire. So you're thinking, wow, sex, explosion, robots, fire. This is going to be the greatest porno book ever. You're wrong. It's espionage. So Captain America, this book is so great. So much going on. Sharon lost a baby, but for some reason she's serving a really high purpose. Like, she is top priority on Herr Schull's priorities list. And along with those priorities, he's looking to separate himself from Alexander Lukin, which I had no idea he was planning on doing. I mean, you had to at one point think, oh, down the line, he wants his own body again. But is that the purpose Sharon's going to serve? But it can't, because she lost a baby. Or is that what the other fake Captain America's body is going to serve? I don't know. There are too many questions in the air. This book is too fucking good. I think Ed Brubaker should go ahead and pen the Captain America movie and do us all a favor and save it from falling into the wrong hands of anyone, because that's a movie that can go badly or well. But again, all roads are leading to a conclusion in the next issue. AIM has taken the fake Captain America. They got him back. Dr. Faustus has left the fold and has betrayed.
Let's not destroy the comic for the readers.
There's just so much going on.
We're going to go to the next one because Lewis is getting carried away. But he read Moon Knight, which apparently has something to do with Venom.
A lot to do with Venom and some other people, too.
Now do this one without ruining it.
Okay. Moon Knight. If you're not reading Moon Knight, you're a jackass. Forget that the guy from Entourage is writing it. It's not going to be 5 guys hanging out in Moon Knight costumes. It's Moon Knight. All right? Serious. This guy's like right below Punisher on the kick-ass level because he doesn't care at all. I mean, anyone who carves a half moon into your fucking forehead does not care about anything. The Thunderbolts have been given the go-ahead to go ahead and take down Mark Spector. Based off the last storyline, his ID has been compromised. So this hit the fan big time for Moon Knight. Now, this storyline is called The Death of Mark Spector. I know there's like a lot of death storylines going out there. The death of the Invisible Woman in Fantastic Four, the death of New Guys, But there's a lot of metaphoric, symbolic meaning behind this. What does it mean? The rebuilding of a character, the breaking down, who knows? This book is so good So good. It's so good. That's
Okay,
all. That's all I'm
okay.
gonna leave you
So
with.
apparently we're buying Moon Knight and Captain America's Go, and X Factor. If you can deal with the time travel thing, go for it. If
Yeah.
you get as confused as I do,
Bring a bucket.
go for it anyway because it's a hell of a ride.
All right, that's it for this week's Variant Edition Tuesday.
2 days of Variant Edition Tuesdays. Yes, we're rewriting the calendar.
You know, eventually we'll be back on schedule, and we'll look back and laugh about all of this.
Yeah, as very old men, I'm sure.
Yeah, anyway, we attended the Mid-Jersey Comic-Con this past weekend, so expect some footage from that in our next full-length episode.
But we won't tell you when that comes out. It'll be like a surprise!
And who doesn't like surprises? Just keep an eye out for it at variantedition.com, where we have links to all the ways you can watch us or download us, including, but not excluding, iTunes, YouTube, VO, our high-res feed from Blip TV, or the broadcast quality BitTorrent-powered version from Views.
And as usual, Classic Comics from Norway, New Jersey is still your friendly neighborhood comic shop.
That's right, where we shot this episode and just about every episode of Variant Edition.
Want to know how you can save up to 20% on your comics like we do? Check out ClassicComics.com for more information about the shop.
That's all you need to know. But before we go, we'd like to let everyone know that we're about to print up a new batch of t-shirts. That's right. And, you know, it's back to school, and people got to be fashionable. So we're going to be selling them on the website in a few weeks when they're done. So keep an eye out for that.
But if you can't wait and want to get a shirt as soon as they're done, check out our Sponsor Us button. That will get you a shirt even quicker.
And we won't say that sponsors might help us get the show out a little more timely. Just remember that, like PBS, Variant Edition is made possible by viewer sponsors like you.
Okay, that's it for this week.
See you next week.